I had some change. I had to pay him $11 and I paid him the rest with some pennies. I still remember that man. He's like, "Are you sure you want to do this, son?" I listened. And looking at her, "Are you sure you want to take him? Do you got a job? You know how to work? Do you know how to cook?" He's a nice old freak though. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So he married us for $12. And we went left there and it was snow on the ground. It seemed like we didn't get cold. We were talking about this the other day. Said we didn't get cold. We left there in the snow. Left City Hall. There used to be a Walgreens on 9th and Locust. Went up to 9th and Locust, a Walgreens there. Back in the day, all Walgreens had cafes in them. You get some good food there. You know, we only had about $2 left, so for that $2 we got a bowl of chili and a milkshake. So we sit there. A bowl of chili was 75 cents a piece. The rest, we get a milkshake for 50 cents. So that's what we spent our honeymoon, our first married dinner at Walgreens. It was cold, but we got the bowl of chili, a piece, and a milkshake. And back in the day, we could sit there about 2 hours, like this, 3 hours. Nobody would bother you. You just sit there in the booth, ate our chili, got extra crackers, all these extra crackers and our milkshake. Caught the bus back home. But what's so funny is, we didn't know that once you got married, back in the day, once you got married, because she put her address down, and I put my address down on the marriage, you had to get a marriage license. So we didn't know that once you get married, they mail everything to your house saying that you got married. So we wasn't going to tell nobody we was married yet until we got the apartment. So she went home, and I went home. So next day I went to work, she went to work. You know, we just act like what didn't nothing happen. Then about 3 days later, I came home from work, and my sister said, "Mickey, yes ma'am, what's going on? Come here. What you been doing?" I said, "I ain't been doing nothing." Look, don't lie to me, boy. I said, "I ain't been doing nothing, big sister." Like, what you talking about? That's what she told to me. I just got some paperwork. So you a grown man now, huh? You done got married. I was like, what? By that time, phone rang. It's your mama. She crying. Cause your daddy done found out. Now Miss Akins, she wasn't mad about it, but her dad done found out, Miss Akins. And he done put her out. So she got 24 hours to get out. So she wanna be married, you get out. You know, so she crying. Oh man. I told her, don't worry, you know, my car was running. I got in the car. She'll say, well, you can stay here. I said, no, I ain't gonna stay here. So I went and got your mother. We stayed in a hotel the first week. We stayed in a hotel down on Linda's. They tore it down now. So we stayed out here, baby. We stayed down there in the hotel for a week. And then we stayed with my nephew Jerome. He said, come on over here and stay with me for a while. We went and stayed there for a while. And then your mother, you know, cause I had got scared. I didn't know what to do. I said, well, I had a job. I said, well, I got to figure out. I didn't know how to get in an apartment. I didn't know how to do nothing. And your mother was crying. I stayed with Rome for a couple of weeks. So I got to get an apartment. Rome lived on Redwood down there by O'Fallon Park. And your mama didn't like it over there because they was always shooting. I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here. So your mother was going to Morris Temple. So she finally convinced me. She said, look, baby, just come go to church with me. I'm like, I don't go to no church. I'm like, all right, I'll go. So I went down to the church and I said, what is this going on down here? And at the time, I don't know, but Jerry Morton had a cross had appeared on his wall. His house was next door to the church. That was the pastor's son. But I got down there and Channel 5 was there, and Channel 4 and Channel 2. And there was a line all the way down at the Bridge of Grand. I said, what's going on? And she would tell me that cross had appeared on his wall. And people was getting healed. And some people look up on YouTube one day. I bet it's on there. People was getting healed and everything. So I said, wow. I'm like, this is fake. You know, I'm like, I don't believe this. So I remember the first time I went to the church, I ain't understanding about all this stuff. I'm like, what's going on? You know, I had been to a Baptist church, but the Church of God in Christ is different. They shout and they do things a certain way. And but I liked it. I said, okay. And I kept listening. And that night, I got saved. I gave my life to God. And the pastor talked to me, and other ministers that knew Glenda. took me up to the pastor's office, took me up there and asked me like, what are you doing for a house and this and that. And I told him, I said, I don't know what to do yet. So I got a job, but I don't even know how to fill out an application for an apartment or nothing. So the pastor looked at his wife and Sister Morton. They said, we got you. I'm like, what you mean? So they had an apartment in the church. That was the first time we moved into church. I was excited. I said, okay. So we moved into church. Stayed there for a month. And there was a lady in the church named Carol Gates. She owned 2 full family flats down on Palm, down the street from the church. And she said, you got a job? No, we met her. Well, she had been in the church and she said, I heard you guys don't have an apartment, you just got married. I said, yeah, I did. She said, well, do you want to look at it? I have an apartment for rent. Do you guys want to look at it? I said, okay, yeah. We went down there and looked at it. Nice little 1-bedroom apartment right down there on Palm. She's still down there. And it was real nice. I said, okay. She said, well, you know, I usually do credit checks and stuff. And I told her, I said, well, Miss Gates, I ain't got no credit. I said, I don't know nothing about no credit. You know, I said, I'm 18 years old. You know, I said, I love this woman. And by that time, your mother was pregnant, too. I said, you know. So she said, well, I tell you what, if you guys want this apartment, you can have it for, what y'all think the rent was? $60 a month. I remember it well. $60 a month. I was like, wow. So I said, I want 120 to move in. I said, well, at the time I only had $75. I said, I need to keep $15 for gas to get back and forth to work. I get 60 down. In a couple of weeks, I get the other 60. I said, sure. We signed the lease. We moved in. We didn't have a bed or nothing. I was so happy. I went back to church to testify about how we got an apartment. I was like, we ain't got no bed or no couch or no nothing. You know, 'cause back in them days, apartment didn't come with no refrigerator, stove, or nothing. All you rented was the apartment. I said, we ain't got none. I said, but I'm happy. I said, we're going to go to Goodwill and get us a blanket. And at the time, you know, people were different than they are now. By the time we left that service, people in the church that got together, some of the deacons, I still remember them, brother. Deacon O'Neill was one of them, because he had his own construction company. Deacon O'Neill. You know, we was getting ready to let out, you know, to have in service. And the pastor said, hold on, we got something to say. The brother and sister Pruitt stand up. We stood up, we was like, I was like, oh man, what have I done now? The pastor said, Brother Pruitt, we got your stove, refrigerator, TV, bed, couch. We all have it down there by the end of this week. And so I just raised my hand. I said, well, how much that's gonna cost? You know, so I ain't got no money. I'm trying to pay the rent. He's like, it ain't gonna cost you nothing. It's gonna cost you a shout to thank the Lord for it. I shouted right there. I said, fine. And they did. They brought all that stuff down there to us. One lady even brought us the old-fashioned hi-fi after direct player hi-fi. Brought us that. And they brought a refrigerator, a stove, a bed, you know, a nice couch. They brought us blankets, and this was all good stuff too. It wasn't no raggedy stuff. It was nice stuff, you know. I was like, wow. See, later on, brought us a bassinet for you to sleep in. It was nice. I said, man, I couldn't believe it. And Carol Gates was nice, and the residents in her bit, it was like a full family flat off. But she lived on one side on the second floor, and below her was these white people. They were doctors. Dr. Theobald, I'll never forget him. He was very nice, you know. He was the first doctor to ever check you out. He took care of you. He didn't charge us nothing. He always said, if you have any problem with little Willie, you bring him to me. You know, and him and his wife were so nice to us, and because we lived next door in the second, on the first floor. And upstairs from us was 2 white girls. They was all part of a church. But Dr. Theobald was nice. They were always nice to us. And I didn't know how to barbecue then. Well, I worked at a barbecue place, and I didn't have my own grill. They would barbecue in the backyard and have us out there, and we eat. It was very nice. And then I started cooking barbecue because the same deacon that gave me all this stuff, the one I called today, had a construction company. He said, do you know how to do something? I said, not for real, Deacon. I said, I know how to paint a little bit. And I told him, I said, how much I was making at the barbecue place. He said, if you want, Brother Troy, you can quit that and come to work with me, and I can pay you $250 a week. I said, what you want me to do? You know, he was a contractor, so he said, don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to do stuff. And he did. And as I was telling him today, I said, for many years, I ended up being a maintenance guy for many years. I said, to this day, I still can fix stuff. Because he taught me how to paint, he taught me how to do electric, he taught me all about rehab. He had me building closets, stuff I had never did. He taught me how to cut with a saw. And he paid me $250 a week. Sometimes he'd give me $300 a week. He always said, this for Little Willie. I tell him today, he said, what? How Little Willie doing? I said, Little Willie ain't little no more, he's police. He's like, well, yeah, I had been almost 40 years now. I said, yeah. And he had a son that was probably a year, around your age, Stanley was. Stanley was a nice young man, but Stanley passed away in May. I think we was up there with Sherry now. Stanley was a nice young man. I tell you, he was about the same age. And they said Stanley used to go work out. He was going over to McClure, over there working out, and came back. He was over there working out, and they just stood up, said my chest hurt. Say he collapsed and had a heart attack and died. Hard on him. That was his oldest son, like you and my oldest son. He was like, yeah. But they was very nice to us. I never would forget all that. Man. Even though we had to move the next year though. Because mother got pregnant with Sherry, she didn't want to have 2 kids there. Carol Gates ended up being a real beat. Well, I never rent for her. Don't ever rent from a landlord that live on the property with you. That lady started picking, what y'all doing now? Don't let the baby be crying too loud. So I told her the time I stopped the baby from crying too loud. Little stupid stuff. Y'all ain't gonna be playing the record play after 8 o'clock, are you? I said I might. Nah, I don't wanna hear no music after 8. That started getting on your mama's nerve. Your mama was pregnant already and she was, you want some more? I said, she's supposed to be a church lady. I said, boy, when Lisa up, I said, we getting out of here. That lady drove us crazy. When the baby be crying too loud, I never will forget that. Mama said, she's crazy. I said, yes, she is. What we supposed to do is stick a sock in Willie's mouth? I said, let's get out of here. Then we got an apartment down on Lee and King's Highway. I don't know why we moved that raggedy joint. I didn't know. Moving that raggedy joint. I said, let's get out of here. I can't get open. Open that room. I didn't know it was raggedy. I didn't know. That was my second apartment. So we like, let's take it. They had mice in there, man. Mother, we had to get out of there.
That's already got you. Some.
It's still there on Lee and King's Highway. Heard from a man named McQueen. I said, man, I'll never do that again. Matter of fact, your mother would take you and Sherry, walk down the street to a hotel called the Carousel, sit in the lobby till I got off. Because she couldn't stand them mice running around. I got out and got us a little house and fine line. After that, we went to California.